Alrighty, welcome back. It's Friday, and I'm your man, Bad Chad, and we're on air, and we're going to do some more slicing and dicing. Oh, Jolene's good. Jolene is good. We'll just hold up for a second, let everybody get their cheers and claps out of them. Awesome. Make me laugh. So this is what we got done yesterday. Yesterday I just kind of stuck it all together, and then it was kind of had to massage it to get it to fit. Just hit the grinder in a few places a little bit more. I got the top of the door just tacked. It's just tacked on, and what I did is I come in and I've knocked on some welds on the post here, on that post over there, just on the front, just to make it stay on there a little bit better, because it popped off there once. And it's welded across there and welded the seams up because I know everything's fitting now. I got the sail panel. I got it right up to the back of the door. So now the square tubing is able to go inside the door, and you can put the square tubing in there and run it right with the window opening itself right up to the front. I've got this place here to fix. I haven't done that yet, obviously. This place here to fix, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. I got some pieces. I got a couple pieces that I can use. I can use this piece to slide in there. It's got that bend over. I can use that and cut that. Take a piece out of that, put it in there. Take a piece and cut it in there and put it in there. As I'm standing here, we said step ladder, and magically it appeared. We have to thank John Hunt for that. Thank you very much, John. Wow, thank you. Appreciate it. Jolene will use that today, probably, no doubt in my mind. But so underneath the tape is where the door or the door top is on there. Haven't welded that up yet, but I wanted to put that on there just so you really can see the visual of what's going on. The sail panel is so nice. It's so long. It's nothing like any other. It's quite nice. I like it. I'm enjoying it. The back is looking funky right now, and that's, I guess, where some of the magic is going to have to come in. But we pulled some magic off, making the roof look like what it looks like. So we're going to have to pull some more magic off to get the back to look like something. As I get looking at it, the back window is not going to fit back in there. It's too big of a hole. We've got some roof metal in there, though. Me and Jolene put that down the side. We got some roof metal in there, and hopefully we can get that roof metal up in there, and we can lay it on top of there, and we can cut it to the size. Hopefully we have enough. If we do not, we'll have to add or whatever we're going to do. That's a good thing about metal. You can always add a little bit. We've got that roof metal right there, and it's got a nice shape to it, so we'll be able to put that up on there. We'll cut the two side pieces off. We'll lay it up in there, trace it, lay it in there. Maybe we'll do that for this video. But on this video, we're going to stick the other side together. I can stay over here. I'm going to stick the other side together, and then we'll take and cut out some supports in here, the package tray and that sort of stuff, where the trunk lid is connected. Stay still, eh? The trunk lid's connected right there. So basically what we want to do is we want to get that trunk lid down. We want to get that trunk lid down, so we're going to take and disconnect that and take some metal out of this and get that down. And that's going to tell us, that's going to actually, predict or show us where we're going to be running from up here down to there. I was looking at the 40s on the computer. They never made a 43 window, from what I understand. Also, the 43 window, the trunk lid went way up almost to the roof. Almost, it's not this small. So basically what we're doing, obviously, we're making a coupe out of what we have. That's all I'm doing. The picture of the Lincoln Zephyr is just something that we're going by to show you what we're trying to make it look like. A two-door into a coupe. So basically what I'm going to do is on the other side, I'm going to get this side going. I've got the sail panel stuck in here because I did not want the roof leaning back or taking off. You can see I've welded across the roof. We did not chop it anymore. Where we left off is where it was and where it is. And I've welded in here, along here, and on the back side here. I left the inside because it can be welded anytime when you get on the inside. But basically, if I'm going to stick them door tops on, that has to be welded. I would not want to leave that unwelded and then stick the door tops on, even though it's going to give me a lot more support. We're in tight quarters, so I'm going to try to put this sail panel on fairly quick, or the sail panel's on, but put the doors on fairly quick. We'll tack them on, throw a piece of tape on it, see what it looks like. You can see how the sail panel, what happened here yesterday, I didn't have the sail panel on quite right. I had to just bring it forward a little bit to get it up to the post, and that's what happened. And also, another thing I've noticed, with this radius here, it would be pretty hard to get the roof and the sail panel. It would be pretty hard to get the roof. Well, it's not pretty hard, but the chop of the window, for me to get the roof bigger in the back than the front, is kind of, it was wishful thinking, because that would aim the front window down so small to get the back of the roof bigger than the front because of the length of the sail panel. And basically the length of the sail panel is because we've chopped an ag. You know, it's where the sail panels are nowhere near what a coupe should be. We're making what we have, and basically we're using what we have, and it would have made the front window so small to get that smaller in the front. So I'm happy with what's going on. Let's take another look at it. I'm happy with the window shape of it. And you can see on this, I'm just explaining this stuff right now before I start. You can tell the top of the door does not meet up with the sail panel, sort of. What would happen is you'd have to weld a piece of metal, like say an inch or 2.5 inch strip. You'd have to weld that along here, straight like all the way along here. And then you would make a piece on the inside that would go to it. So that would be all smooth up in there. And then your square tubing would run in there and go like that, and your window would go inside your square tubing, like Elvis, obviously, but it would be in this shape. So you'd have to weld a piece of metal in there, flat like this, all the way along, and then cap it on the inside. And it's you can see how it's wider here than the door top. So you'd weld a piece of metal in this way, all the way along, and then cap it from the inside. Piece of cake. I'm not going to do that right at the present moment. I'm going to try to make it look like something before I start doing all that stuff. And that's where all the... Good morning, Fina. That's where all the work comes in, you know. It's not much to chop something up and make it look like something. Like we have the Bugatti outside. It didn't take much to cut that up and weld it up and make it look like something. It's all the other work that you do not see. I think Fina wants to go out. I'm going to let her out. It's Friday. I want to thank everybody for coming back and all the good comments yesterday. I want to thank everybody for voting for Jolene on the jet setting thing. I guess it went well from what I understand. And it's a long, drawn-out process. If we can just stick with it, we can just stick with it. You never know. Jolene looks amazing today. She always looks amazing. She woke up at 8 today looking like a 10. I mean a jet setter. So let's put the top of the door on. And let's run some tape on that, get a look what it looks like, and then we'll get into, let's go for it. Let's turn the welder on. I took the door top and just cut it apart, and I cut the tape, the 3/4 inch tape mark off there so it fit. Cut it off. Now I got to just fit it on there like I did on the other side. What I'm noticing about this one is that it fits, and then it don't fit up in there. It hits quite heavy up in there, so I might just hit it with a hammer there a little bit and dent it up a little bit. We can knock that down, one or the other. Alrighty. And you can see how nice that fits on that. That's the shape that we had to get. You know, I want that to match up there, and we got a nice shape going on there, and just had to cut a little bit out of the roof there and get this slit ahead to make it look right or feel right. And I find this jagged edge here where the drip rail molding takes a visual away from it, so that's why I put the tape on it, for me and you. Alrighty. So we'll get done as much as we can today. We went for it yesterday. We wanted to get a good visual going on. And that sort of stuff, see that, when I put that in there like that, see that sort of stuff? I find that no problem whatsoever. That's when I grab the coat hanger or a welding rod and I start welding it up. I don't find that much of a hassle to do that. I use an air hose when I do that to keep it cool, but I don't find it a hard thing to do, and that's why. I just want to see if I'm down. Shove it down a little bit. I'm just going to take the grinder and knock this off a little bit. Nope, that's not the one. Just going to get it fit the best I can, and then I'll stick it in there. That's not it. So we'll get as much visuals as we can today to make it look the best we can. These new super glasses I have. I'm going to take the other grinder, see if I can get it in there, cut that off. Yep, I can. Just change the grinder. I'm in a knot hole right now, but when you're used to working in a small shop, you know, you deal with it. Go with it. Not sure if I got it where I wanted it, but I'm going to go with it. I got a little bit closer, yes it did. And also that's going to have to be dealt with. I'm hitting up here quite tight before that hits. I'm going to grab a hammer. Just knock that down a little bit there. See if I can. It's not fitting exactly where I want it to, but it will. And this is called massage. Massaging it. You're not going to see this. This is the inside of the door. I generally do not like hammering the cars if I'm doing something. I find the hammer just makes a mess sometimes. I'm going to weld that on there, and then we'll get it up in place the best we can. Sometimes it's good to be fussy, but when you're trying to work as fast as I do.
Your ground, honey.
What's that, sweetheart?
The ground.
Thank you. That's why I love you so much. That's why I love you so much. Get a little bit of a gap going there. I'm just going to tack that there. One little bit of a gap. Being fussy right this second, don't know why. Because it's good to be fussy once in a while. Good to be fussy once in a while. And the gas isn't on. That's okay. Now, why is that not? Don't like that. I don't like that. I don't have to cut that again either. I knew that was going to do that. Alrighty. The other side fit really nice. I'm going to weld this up here first. That's up hard as it can go. Yes, it is. That wants to go. We'll see if we can beat that with a hammer. No, that isn't going to work either, is it? As soon as I weld that there, it doesn't really want to take off. We're so hard up in there. That just tells, you know what that tells me? That these cars are not exactly the same everywhere. They are in different shapes all over the place. I'm going to do a pair of C-clamps. So if you think, you know, you're dealing with something that's symmetrical on both sides, sometimes they're not, and does not bother me. It just makes you work harder. See if I can. Yow! Alrighty. I don't want that gap there. Let's cut that back off. I got a little bit of an issue going on here. I want to do it exactly the same as the other side, but it's not allowing me. I'm going to do it the other way, I guess. I'm going to pluck that up in there. See if I can't. Try it again. I'm just tacking things lightly, so when it comes time, and what I mean by when it comes time is if I want to knock it off, it means I can knock it off easily. I'm not making a mess. Oh yeah, we'll get her up there. Just gonna tap this right here. Just want that in there flush. That's good. Little gap going on there, that's fine. Here's some creaking going on. We can still go up further. Just gotta. Oh yeah, we'll get her. I'm gonna put a glove on. Sometimes it takes a little bit. Sometimes it takes a little bit. That's what we call. Just want to make sure that's out far enough. The hammer. It's going to weld down in there. That's fine. Gotcha. That's where I wanted it. No, took away from that a little bit, it did. I guess I didn't weld that good enough, did I? Let's do that again. Take this off. Weld that back there again. Just want that. There we go. Just want to weld this. Apply a little more weld on that. I don't want it to take off on me. We got her in 3 spots now. It takes what it takes. Takes what it takes. It's fitting good there now. Let's put a little spot more here on here, just in case it wants to take off on me. Yeah, no wonder she came up easier last time. Just do a little more power on this thing. I'd say it's like, you heard that, didn't you? I did. I heard it. Yeah. Alrighty. Now, I think I got it. Just want to tap this down. be welded along there anyways. Put a couple spots on it so don't go anywhere. There. Good. Stayed. Put a little spot in here. Is it fitting good? Jesus. Before I start to weld that up, I'll take a flapper wheel and knock off all the little dirties, and then I'll do a good job on it. Coat hanger, piece of piss, piece of piss. I don't know what a piece of piss looks like, but it's easy. Have a piss. Isn't it, baby? It's easy. Have a piss. Alrighty. Now, I can see something going on right now. The back, I got this cut on an angle that way, so I'm going to have to come in here and cut that off straight. Let's do that first. Better. I generally don't like looking down the barrel of the gun, but when I'm doing this grinding thing, I have to know if it's straight, and I have to look down the barrel of the gun, and hoping that the grinder just stays together. Alrighty, now, looking better. I bet you I left a marker somewhere. We'll just leave the welder going for a bit. It won't hurt nothing, I don't think. If you don't like it, just turn the TV down. Or whatever, computer, phone, however it goes. Just want to beat this down. That'll all have to get welded up in there. I will not want to warp the roof on it. So what I'll do is I'll use air. I think I might have said that already once. I repeat myself a lot because that's what keeps you good, is repeat. Repeat. That's what keeps you good. I'm going to bring that down so it's straight, get a truer read. That's what keeps you good, is repeat. Do it over and over and over and over. You can... It's a little bigger on that side. Get that up in there would be nice. I'm going to zip cut. What I'm going to do is, as I keep sectioning the door, you know, there's different, it gets bigger to smaller to whatever, and just going to take that out. Take a little bit off this. I like to get that. See if that's fitting on the back side. I'm gonna go on the other side for a second, sweetheart. I'll shut that off for a second, just so it shuts the noise down. Don't know if I can see that far away with these glasses on. All right, we got distance in between there. That's fine. You can see how the sail panel comes down on the top back of the door post, It comes on there, that's where you would weld that on, and then you'd make a piece like that all the way to the front to cap that off. And you'd make that out of a piece of cardboard or a piece of Bristol board, make a pattern, and then cut it. I'm going to let Fien in because she wants to come in. Sometimes she gets a bit bossy, but I don't know how to tell her not to be bossy. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to tack this side on. I'm going to tack this here, and then I'm going to zip cut that and make that fit. Because one side's fitting, and why not? So let's do this. And basically, what I want to do is fit at the bottom. That can go up in there, beat the hammer. It fits nice there. Nice and tight. Probably should have left that. And the reason being I should have left that because the only way to get that up in there is to be tacked once. Just going to run the zip cut through that, make it fit better. Watch your eyeballs. I'm going to push that up in there tight as I can, and then I'm going to make that piece fit it. All right. Now we're getting there. I just have to. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do it. Get that shoved in. Just holding it. Looks better. Looks better. Ouch. Stuck something in my finger. Just trying to even that up there. It's good there. Yeah. Okay. Now I just have to make that fit. Gotta take a look at something. When you're doing something like this, you always want to stand back and take a look, because when you get welding something up, you sure can mess something up in a hurry when you're not standing back and take a look. Now see, to me, I'm going to have to that kind of bring this tight together when I push that up. It's kind of got a little bit of poking up there a little bit. I'll probably end up zip cutting it and make it tight, fit a little tighter, but it's fitting good. Just want to make that flow there. Gotta have the flow, man. Gotta have the flow. It's gotta come up a little bit there. This is where you try to get things to fit the best you can. I'm going to, I'd like to pull that one down. If I could, how's that come down? Let that off. Yeah. Come on out. Come on out. Don't be scared. Ah, there we go. Aha. Get it so it's even, then nail it. Hold it till the red's gone because it can take off still. Awesome. Now, this has to go up some. I got that part fitting there. When it fits, that's when you nail it. Excuse me, sweetheart. Just want I had a welding rod here. Did you clean that up, did you?
What?
Did you clean that welding rod up and take it off the floor?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Where'd you put it, in the garbage?
Yep.
Put the welding rod in the garbage, boys! I guess make sure you have things picked up, I guess, eh? There it is. Just one welding rod. These are sent in by a follower. I want to thank you very much. I use them all the time, and I use them on stuff like this. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. Still got a nice flow going on. Got a little gap going on. And all that rod does is give me material. That's all it does. It gives me material. Something fell, but beautiful. Just like Jolene. Beautiful. Alrighty. Cool. It's pitched up there a little tiny bit. I can play with it a little bit, but I'm not going to play with it right this second. I think there's more things that matter than that. I'm going to take the flapper wheel. We'll knock this off. Just clean that weld up just a little tiny bit, just so it looks a little bit better. And I'll show you with a piece of tape what Fina didn't get to come with us this morning for breakfast. She looks like she's a little bit disgusted over there, not even sleeping on her bed. Oh, poor Fina. Anyways, I'm going to take a look at it. I'm going to back up here and go on the other side of the car. Oh yeah. Looks good. Looks good. Awesome. So we got a good flow going on. That's what we wanted, a good flow. And also on the two-door that we're doing, this car that we're doing right here, the doors are quite long on it. The door, I think the longest door is on a two-door. The doors on a coupe are the short ones. It is what it is, and we're doing with what we have. So this is what I did on the other side, just to get the visual. Ouch. Just to get a visual. Takes away from that sore eye look of that where it needs to be welded. That'll be welded and ground, and that'll have to be filled out. That's basically what I'm saying, what I did to the other side. I'm gonna look at it again. I'm sorry, but I got to. That's part of customizing something. Taking a look at it. See, now I can visualize the window opening and the sail panel without having that place where it's got to be welded. Alrighty. That's on there. I will weld it up just like the other side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to haul a piece of metal out from the inside of it that me and Jolene put in there from yesterday from the roof. And what I'll do is I'll cut the two edges off it, or the two drip rail molding, roof, whatever. It would get caught on everything. Come on out. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Alrighty. Tearing down the house. Alrighty. I'm going to get down here. This is the piece of metal that we have left. It's not, I don't think it's the right length. I'm not sure. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it right here. I'm not going to lay it like that. And I'm going to cut this chunk of metal off here, the roof construction, cut that chunk of metal off there. This roof has already been made into a roof. It's been made to work. And we'll take that, and I'm going to lay it up, what we have there now, just to see the roll in the back. That's what a feller does when you customize. And then I'll probably jump inside and start cutting the trunk area to lay the trunk down to see where we got to go. I got to cut the trunk, let the trunk free, and cut the trunk free and try to get it to come down so we have that tail or that bum. And also I'm noticing that this car is very wide, like this all has to go in. So when I cut all this stuff out, without the supports on it, I'm thinking that I can push it in somewhat, and we'll see. That's what we'll do, we'll see. I'm just going to cut this down here and take off this piece. It's easier that way. You're gonna have to excuse me for a minute. Do you want to turn my mic? I'll have to use have a leak, have a nervous pee. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Don't matter. They've heard water run before. We'll be right back. Jolene, show you around. Got some exhaust pipe on there in the floor. That's my idea for going towards the back, the trunk.
Show you guys how
She's
to
cold here today, boys. She's cold. That's what you get when you drink 2 or 3 cups of coffee in the morning.
So it shows here that I'm most popular overall, which is what I was saying today in the video, which is crazy. So if you click here,
it's nice to have a piece of property where you can go outside and use the washroom anytime you want to. You know what I'm saying? No neighbors staring at me. Just be free. You can see Jolene's cooler. See Jolene's cooler? Go up and show them your six-pack. That's what we do. Huh? That's what we do. Anyway, I'll cut this other side off. I did that as fast as possible, like always, like I do everything, fast as possible. I might get you joined to help me throw this up on there, maybe. Maybe. Now, where I have this off, there's some more stuff for tops of the doors or wherever. I got some more of that shape. Keep that. Alrighty. I'm going to use John Hunt's step stool. It says 250 pounds, so if I go down through, we'll know how much weight I am. Hope I'm not 250. But the pants, I've worn these pants for the last 3 days and they're starting to fit right just about now. So, when I decide, I might go the other way. When I decide to weld this on, if you know this piece, what happens is the center of the roof is sunk down right at the present moment. You know, the center of the roof is sunk down, it's kind of flat, we don't want it flat. And what would happen is, I'll explain it to you here in a second. And what would happen is, when I go to weld that roof on, when I go to weld this piece on, make it work, the center of the roof, we'll weld that first. We'll weld the center of the roof, we'll tack it all on there, we'll butt weld it, we'll zip cut it and butt weld it. We'll push it up a little bit, and then we'll tack the sides. And that way there, when I push it up and tack the sides, it can't come back down. If I tack the sides and then go to tack the middle, I have that chance of it being flat. So basically, do the middle, push it up or tack it, do whatever you want to do, tack it all the way along there, get a nice straight line, tack it, push it up in the middle, and then tack this side and then tack that side, and then it should stay up for you. I'm going to take that off because it's just want to take a look at it. That's all I wanted to do is take a look at it. It's got this shape right here. We don't need that shape. We've already got it. That's what's making it look funny because it's up too high. So if we get it cut in here and we'll get a pattern of it, basically that's what's going to happen is I'll get a pattern come up here and nail it across the top. I'll go inside and trace it with a marker, and then we'll go from there. I'm thinking that I can leave that there for now. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Not going to fall as it's inside that door, is it?
Yep.
That piece? Okay, it's not going to go anywhere. Just going to leave that there for now. It looks pretty flat, it does, but it will not when I put it in there, because like I'll do what I said I'm going to do. But I am going to take it off because I'm going to get in there. Give me more room. Just wanted to see how much metal I had. It does not come all the way to the back. It does not. That's okay. I'm obviously going to need more metal. Because I haven't got enough. I've got to cover the roof in. Once I get that back piece of that in on the roof, then I got to come over and section that window up. And I'll just cut a section out of it. Can't use this because it's too narrow. We'll take this, we'll square it up. We'll make a section out of it. And what I'm thinking is, instead of having the windows the way it was, we're going to turn them upside down. Why not? Why not? So right now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get this trunk area laid down. And what I want to do is I want to lay this piece here at least down to there. That's what I'm thinking. So let's get that done. Let's do that. Just kind of wondering. I'm going to get a couple zip cuts. See if I can't use that. Use some of these up. Let's get the trunk laid down. Maybe we can just get the sides cut so we can see what it's going to look like. I'm liking the way the roof looks. It's got an amazing slope to it. I think it does anyways. I think it has a fantastic slope to it. It's nothing like any other one, that's for sure. And that's what I like. I'm not into copying. Alrighty. Basically, what's got to go on here is I've got to let this free. I'm going to free Willy. Right before your very eyes. Let's free Willy.
I just adjust your mic down there.
When she's going to touch me, boys. That's always a good moment. All right. Just going to cut that off. Just looking where it's cut. It's attached here. All this inside construction is going to be, probably a lot of it's going to be gone because I do not need it. I need the metal, not the inside construction. That's the inside construction for a window. It's braced. Yes, it is. We'll have to throw some more braces in it. But this construction here I'm not going to use. And neither did they. It's not connected. All right, let's cut it off. That's not your transmission support for your Bugatti, is it?
Yeah.
Baby, just give me a look.
Yeah.
Well, the look was, we need earplugs. You want me to grab some earplugs?
I'll grab them if you can put them on me.
Okay. I'll take some too. What the hey? What the hey? Hey! Thank you, sweetheart. Just gonna throw some earplugs on, or ear protection, because I just hurt Jolene's ears, and don't want to hurt her ears. So I'm just cutting this out. This is the support for the hinges for the trunk. It'll have to be put back in. Yes, it will, but we're cutting it out because we're going to drop it all down. It's free. I'd like to cut that off. Get a plasma cutter back here and cut that off probably, but. Oh, that's easy enough. I love you, Jolene. Okay. going to drop this big sucker in there. Ah, gee, they're making some pedals for her. Watch your ears. Hey, look at there, baby! That's the body hammer I've been looking for.
Oh, is it?
That's the one. Left it outside. I'd never do that. But there it is. That's the one I like. That's my favorite hammer, really. I've been looking for that sucker. What do we got else in here? Alrighty. We've got this. I'm just going to leave that on there for now because it's bolted and I don't have to chew it all up to cut that off. Let's drop the trunk. And on a 40 Ford Coupe, the trunk is quite a big piece. So now you can see that this is where the trunk is bolted on. This is the edge what holds it. This is just sheet metal. That's all that is, sheet metal. Just sheet metal. Just got to find it where I want to cut it, that's all. So anywhere is below here is where I can cut it. I'm just going to take a marker, give myself a diagram. We'll take and cut. Yeah, I want that out there. And we'll just go down to there. I don't know if I want to come on top of this line. Maybe I will, just to make it the same. We'll come on the top of that line. I'm going to have to come way up here because that's got to be cut free. I'm just going to go, say, that far away. Just going with the edge of the trunk line itself. I guess we'll finish it down there somewhere. So that I'm hoping to bring this here, this inch piece. I should probably just run a piece of tape with it, probably better. Should give me a better line, would it not? That's what I always do, so why wouldn't I now? And then we can cut this off, see where we're going. So I'm going to run this with a drip rail molding, or that's a drip rail molding up there. I'm just going to run that right along there like the sow. And we'll run it on top of this line, I guess. Stay. Doesn't want to stay. Acting like Fina this morning. Didn't want to stay. Right there. So I'm just going to go inside. I'm going to go on top of that line and that line. Then we can take more off after if we have to. Come take a look if you want to. If you just go on the other side, you can see it better, I think. I've got this edge right here where it holds together. This is more or less the edge that the trunk lid's sitting down on. So I'm going to cut that below that so we can drop that down. Now I'm going to have to cut it on both sides before it'll drop down. I can't cut it on one side, I got to cut it on two. You want your things back on?
Mm-hmm.
Got to dress her up.
Thank you.
And I don't mind. Alrighty, let's do it.
I'll get on.
Put the zip tie into it! like that. It wants to fall, and I didn't even do anything. Ha! But cut it. Okay, we'll just take that tape off. It's giving me a complex. One side fell just like that. So we let the package tray free. Take all this tape off. Kind of give me that fell easier than I thought. So it's going to bring, actually as that falls, it brings it in quite a ways, does it not? And I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to shove that metal back in there to touch that, because that metal all's got to go in to get that bum to go to where it's got to go. I'm going to let you out, and I'm going to the other side. No, not going to do that. I'm going to cut this piece right here. No sense going the other side till I get that cut. Now, just going to take a look at this for a second. Okay, just go on the other side, look for a second. So if I cut on the tape line, this here, it's still going to come up about that far because we got the trunk lid that still going to come up. Just talking to myself. I cut on that line, I guess. I don't know. I like this line. Maybe, I'm not sure. This is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut this much out of it, right to the trunk lid. I'm just going to cut this out. Then I can adjust this later. But I'll cut this out first, and then I'll go from there. That's good. I'll use this for a pattern on the other side. That's my pattern. Now you can see my trunk lid. I want to bring that down, push that over. I might have to cut some more inner construction out of this. Cut that door post off, get that metal laid in. But this is what I want. I know where the tape line is on the top, and I sort of know where the tape line is on the bottom, but I got a piece of metal to show me exactly where. So I ran it with the drip rail. And the trunk lid still should work with it hooked, but I have to hook that package tray back up. When I get it down, then I hook the package tray onto the metal here somewhere to make it work. So we have exact same, we'll do exact same as the other side. More or less like that. A little bit. Looks like we're in some good stuff down there, doesn't it? Huh? Into some good stuff down there. Have a marker with me. Now I just left an 1/8 there, I thought. That looks good. that. There we go. Alrighty. You know, somewhere's close. Hard to hold. Oh. Now I'm going to take a look and see how far I'm down there. Will I pass the trunk bit, am I? I am. About an inch and a half. About an inch and a half. Not bad. Not bad. Good. I'm going to go with it. And it's about a tape. See the tape here? I'll just show you just so you know. It's about tape mark. It's close enough. You know? I'm taking, run a tape line.